Okay, you guys, you know I've lost my employment. Okay, so it's just Shae Davis. Thank you guys for tuning in. I'm actually preparing for an interview, so I look a little different than normal. I was laid off in April 2022, and so now I have an opportunity to do a second interview with this company. So I'm preparing, and when you're doing an interview, make sure you always have a little notebook, pen, so you can take notes. I'll do a little research about the company. You want to make sure, of course, YouTube, every company's on YouTube, so get on YouTube or their website and find out a little bit more about the company that you're interviewing with, and make sure that you have questions to ask them about the company. What does a typical day look like for the position that you're applying for? What are some of the things that you like about the company? Why would you recommend someone to apply there or work there? You know, just some of the perks and benefits. So you always want to engage the interviewer with questions. So I'm sure that this interview will be a behavioral event interview. So just asking questions based off of my previous experience, which is fantastic because I'm a certified behavioral event interviewer. So that'll be fantastic. But this interview style gives you an opportunity to talk, and so you want to be very controlled about what the things that you share and things that you say, so that you're not revealing anything that could be used to be discriminatory. So you want to stick straight to the facts of the interview and for the position. You don't want to talk about personal things like you know, you're married or you have kids or things like that, unless you're just comfortable doing that. That's fine too. Most companies try not to discriminate with that, but if you just want to be a professional and stay in your craft, then focus on exactly what you've applied for. Focus on the position, your skills, skills, knowledge, and abilities of that position. So my interview is getting ready to start in 3 minutes, so I will be back after the interview and let you guys know how I feel in the moment. Okay, talk to you guys soon. Okay, you guys, so I'm back. The interview lasted about 15-20 minutes. I think I did great with it. Only downside to the interview was the one software program that I'm not familiar with. However, I did spin that because I'm actually going through a training just to learn that particular program. So when you don't know something, or when they ask you your strengths, your weaknesses, and things of that nature, make sure you be thorough and be honest. But when they also ask you, like he really didn't ask me on a weakness, but he did ask me if I was very specific, if I knew about this particular program. And so, of course I was honest, and I said, well, actually I'm not familiar with it. I'm currently doing the training on it, which I am. It's up on my laptop right now. And so you just want to be very transparent. You want to be honest, and that's the only thing I feel like, okay, if anything was to hold me back, it would be that particular training. But I'm very, very abreast of any kind of thing that's going on in the industry that I'm pursuing and or in. So I'm always a student. I'm just a student. I could have been a professional college student for real. I didn't even want to come out of college, but I had to eat. So yeah, I had to make a living for myself, that kind of thing. So financially, that's the only thing that brought me out the college arena, I believe. Which is good. But even now, so that was my first face-to-face interview. I've had two phone interviews, and so this was my first face-to-face, well, not face-to-face, Zoom interview, and I felt good about it. I don't know, he has other candidates that he has to interview, so I won't hear back from him till by next week, end of next week, because he has candidates to interview. But I feel like what's for me is for me, and if it's meant for me to be in that position, guess what? I'll be there. As I was talking, I did discover, though, that my strengths, when you start talking and you're listening to yourself, and you have to think about your strengths and where they lie and what you really want to focus on, because I do like what I do overall, but sometimes you specialize and you're better at other stuff. And so with that being said, I think I'm going to focus on that particular area. So Otherwise, you guys, I had a great interview. He didn't give me, he did check me though. When I say check me, he did ask me that I visit their website. So this is why you always, always, always look on the website for whatever company you're interviewing with and know something. I had at least one question or one comment. And all I did was mention one product that they offer. And he was like, oh, okay, like, yeah, okay. So he was convinced that I had looked on the website, which I had looked on the website. But I could tell his demeanor changed because he knew. And it shows that you're interested in the company, not that they're just interested in you, but it also shows that you're interested in them. So that's a good thing. But I think he was glad to know that I did look on the website. And then I was able to mention the name of one of their products. So that was good. I always have a question. I always have a question to ask them, just like they're asking you questions. Because either you're going to own the interview or you're not going to own the interview. And you want to own the interview. Otherwise, you're going to be feeling like, you're defeated on some way or things of that nature. But when they ask you behavior event questions, focus on the job. In that particular time, because I had talked to him on the phone, and because my resume looks a little move around-ish, that's not even a word, but I digress. Because I've had frequent jobs because of the military background, then of course I would have to explain that. So then that's when I would bring up the fact that, hey, I'm associated with the military, so this is why I'm here 2 years, there 2 years, that kind of thing. Other than that, there is no real reason. If you're not associated with military or things of that night, there's really no real reason for you to bring up any kind of personal stuff. So I had to do it just because of the military, but had it not been for the military, I would have never, he would never know anything personal about me. But I will let you guys know how that worked out. Like I said, it might be a week or two. But whenever I get the feedback, I'll let you guys know. So hopefully, I want to do a lot more interviews. So I would love to do. I wish I would have taped the other one. I hadn't one yesterday. I wish I would have kind of pre-recorded that one. That one's more via phone. She was going to escalate my resume up to the branch manager. So we'll see. I'll let you guys know. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you guys. If you have any interview questions, if you have anything you want to ask me about the interview, please leave a comment below. If you get really nervous during your interview, leave a comment about that, because you shouldn't be nervous, not even at all. I didn't have anything written down. I just really speak off my cuff, because there's not a question you really can be prepared for. They're going to most likely be all open-end questions, because we started doing that years ago. So leave a comment below if you have an interview and if you are actually nervous on each interview you have, because there's no reason to be. Okay? You guys, talk to you guys soon. Love you guys. Bye.